Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back with another Tuesday night box tournament hosted by Epic Cards and Games. At the top we have Tim, who hasn't been on the channel in quite some time, I think, or at least it feels like, piloting, of course, if you're regular to the channel, Dragoncraft. You can tell by his fancy Zernitra leader. And on the bottom we have Jose, another regular. Two titans of the channel made it into the finals last Tuesday, and so I just want to review the gameplay. I actually have not seen this yet at all, and so I'm curious to see how it goes. And these guys have played a lot more games with each other, to where, you know, I know Tim has gotten a lot more comfortable with the matchup. Before going into this game he wasn't very, but looking at Tim's hand, I think he has 3 Dragon Song Flute and a Serpent's Wraith, and he's going first. Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like you might have to keep that, because you're not going to shuffle your deck. Wow, that's unfortunate. Because, you know, it's Dragon, you're not going to shuffle your deck, so you're not going to see those flutes throughout the game. That's already, like, huge that has happened. And, oh, man, yeah, and the hand he drew into was just very... Man, that looks like 2 Conflags, a Serpent's Wraith, and a Forte. That is not good, yeah, to put it frankly. Jose looks like he opened Ice and Flash, Rose Deer, Elfchild May, and a Shinko Wendy. Shinko Wendy, honestly, just a great starter. Probably like the second best starter in the deck, really. He's going to decide to keep whatever he looked at. Not a good sign for Tim. Tim draws. This is turn 2, and he passes. Yeah, just unfortunate. I mean, Tim will have somewhat of a play next turn. Jose attacks for 2. Every bit of damage matters. You know, you want to get them as low as possible. He's going to drop Ancient Elf, which will buff it to 3/3 and return the Shinko Wendy to the hand. And he's just going to pass turn. Tim will go into 3 play points, and he's probably going to... I don't know if he ends up Serpent's Wraithing now or just waiting for the Evo to come out. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, you don't want the... I mean, you know, you on one hand, you kind of like make them burn through an Evo, but at the same time, if they bounce something, they kind of just get a little bit more recycling in there. So yeah, I kind of get that. Jose is going to... Looks like he plays the Ice and Flash. Probably going to feed it. Yeah, feed it with the carrot for free here, just to make a 4/4 body up there. Make sure he doesn't get just, you know, kind of outed by a Dragon Warrior for no reason. Tim draws into, I think, Oguri Cap. Yep. Okay, so here I think that, I mean, man, that's not good. Do you just hit with Forte? I think you do. Yeah, I really think you just hit with Forte. Hit with Forte, and then next turn conflag the board, I guess. Yeah, not a very good hand from Tim whatsoever. Yeah, we're going to swing, get a quick, easy 5 play points. It's kind of all you can really do. I mean, we kind of had to hope that Jose just made a mistake and not evolve the Ice and Flash there, but draws into Harvest Festival. That's almost going to be a good card. Yeah, it looks like he's picking up the Rose Deer. It's a great card to play on turn 4, even whenever you... I mean, especially if you can tack into something, but even when you can't, it just gets things going. So, outs the Forte, puts a 2-cost... 3 damage on the board, and then swing for 4 with the Ice and Flash. Yeah, that's it. This is not looking good for Tim. He kind of... I think that's another Conflag. Yeah, Conflag's not very great. It's solid, I guess, in this matchup, but it's certainly not great. You certainly don't need 3, I guess, is my point. Usually, I guess you're probably only using 1, maybe 2, but you're probably not going to need 3. Otherwise, you're probably dying. Okay, so Jose draws into his 5th turn, or 5 play points, I should say. He's got another Rose Deer, and I think he's just going to drop that, followed by either a Shinko Wendy or a Harvest Festival, I would think. I don't think that you just burn him here, because then you're left with 3 play points. And oh, okay, so we are going to burn him, because you're left with 3 play points, so I guess you could do the same thing with the Ice and Flash, put up a 4/4 body with your Evo points. He draws into Silent Suzuka. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna put up the Ice and Flash, and it looks like he is also going to give it another carrot, so he's going to burn through that other play point. He's just going for damage here. He's seeing blood or seeing red. He just wants lethal to happen. So Tim is going to draw into a Trail of Light. That's not horrible because he's got the Oguri cap, but he's only on 6 play points here. So I imagine what he's going to end up doing here is playing the Super Creek just to get some of that health back, because he's lost a lot very quickly. And then ward up, and unfortunately Jose does have the he has two very clean outs to it in that Silent Suzuka top decks it, which is not great, you know, on paper, but whenever you kind of get the feel that your opponent has been drawing kind of bad, it's pretty good. And you know, they kind of just trade for you know, damage and life and all that, so it's not horrible. But most likely I could also see him just going Crash, Ice and Flash into the Super Creek, and then drop the Rico in his hand, and then just out it very cleanly with the Rico. There's a lot of different things he can do. He could also just, you know, Crash, Aishin, and the Rose Deer, and then burn for another 3, but I don't see him doing that. So he actually does not play the Super Creek. He does just conflag the board. Okay, so I mean, it's yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's really bad at all. But now it makes it easier for Jose to make a play. So just play Rose Deer, burn for 3, draw a card, and now Tim is down to 8th. And now we're kind of just in the same position that we were before, where we might end up just dropping a Super Creek. But now Tim has, I mean, he has the Oguri he might be tempted to run into. And he has the Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I mean, the Dragon Warrior could actually help him get out of this position, but he has no more defensive removal spells. So this, yeah, this is a massively uphill battle. It's a really bad hand that Tim had. I mean, I kind of almost wonder maybe you keep the Dragon Flutes, but no way. I mean, it's tough because you know you'll never, in a Dragon deck, you'll never see what you put on the bottom pretty much again for the rest of the match. And when you see a playset of a card that's really critical to see in a discard Dragon deck, I mean, that's just tough. That's really tough. Right, so he's going to play the Super Creek finally. Healed at 13, Jose at 15, and he draws into 7 play points now. Draws into another Harvest Festival. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to out this Super Creek with the Elf Child May. Elf Child finally coming down, and he's going to use the Ancient Elf instead of the Marvelous Sunday. So now Super Creek is at 3. Now we're going to play the Elf again. Then we're going to evolve the Ancient Elf. I don't think we're going to use a play or Evo point, but I guess we are. Oh, yeah, because I think that if we didn't... I don't know. Oh, yeah, we can play Shinko Wendy, too. Yeah. Okay, we can just go as wide as possible. And he's gone through 2 conflags, so it might make us feel a little more comfortable. So swing for 4. We're playing into Rico. We don't care at this point. We have a giant gap between us in terms of, you know, what the matchup sounds like. And then, oh, we're gonna do Marvelous Sunday. That's what we're doing. Or use the play Evo points for us. Very good play. Very, very, very good play. Yeah. So it's an 8-point deficit between these two, and yeah, you can't even Oguri now because that Ancient Elf is a 5/5, and it would just live, and you could probably safely assume you're gonna die. So he's gonna have to use a 3rd conflag here. He'd have 4 play points left, and honestly, I think all you end up doing is you have to pass. I think if you conflag, you essentially have to, because he's got Olivia, Dragon Warrior, Super Creek, Trail of Light, Oguri. So he's gonna wipe the board. Oh no, yeah, okay. Actually, I just remembered Jose mentioning this to me. So this is that's not a play you should do. You shouldn't use your play points. I mean, he has 1 play point left, so like technically speaking, like you're bluffing and out to Suzuka. But as you can see, if you put cards that you don't want to see anymore on the board, you're gonna see them again in this matchup, because Silent Suzuka, even if this didn't go through, even if he Blazing Breath that card, I think Jose would still feel really good about putting the Dragon Warrior on top because it's not going to get any value in this game. So he's going to use the rest of his play points here, probably by playing Harvest and then Shinko Wendy. Or he's just going to heal up. That's fair too. That's fair too. We've gone through 3 conflags now. Draws into Marvelous Sunday. That's a great card to see, especially since you still have a Harvest Festival in the hand. Draws into, of course, Dragon Warrior. And then we only have 4... I think we only have 4 health. Yeah, we have 4 health. So, we can play the Dragon Warrior, evolve it to pop the Silent Suzuka, and then we can heal with Olivia. Or we can heal with Super Creek. That's okay too. Either one is fine. But you have to out the Suzuka, obviously, and the only card in your hand that does that, or you have 2. You have Oguri and you have Dragon Warrior. And then you could leave them both standing. I mean, that's not horrible. I'd probably leave them both standing too. Because then you have Jose essentially staring at lethal. But I mean, Tim obviously does not know that we have a Marvelous Sunday in our hand. I think, yeah, you're gonna play the Creek. You got to go up to 9. Is he not at 10 play points? Oh, he's not at 10 play points. He hasn't ramped. Oh, I don't know what you're doing now. Oh no, I think, okay, if you're only at 9, I think you're supposed to Dragon Warrior then Olivia. Oh no, I guess, I mean, okay, I guess because he wanted to heal a little bit more. I don't know. I think that you Dragon Warrior evolve and then pop the Suzuka and drop the Olivia. But yeah, it's looking grim here. It's looking very grim. I mean, you still have that same play, but you'd have two followers standing, a Dragon Warrior and Olivia, that Jose essentially is staring down, and he's gonna be compelled at least a little bit to maybe out one of them, but he can't really. I mean, he has Eat Fast, Yum Fast, so he can spin one back, but if he'd even go for that, well, he probably would have gone for that play because Tim would have gone 0 evo points, or 0 play points, excuse me. So now Tim is staring at a giant board, and Jose knows he's gone through 3 conflags, so Oguri cannot out the Crystalia Eve. Bellringer's not bad. I mean, it's not good. It's gonna get spun back. I don't know. I think. Okay, so I think the hand that Tim had was definitely set him back like many turns, and but I do think that's the only thing would it have made a difference. Jose would have be staring at a Dragon Warrior and an Olivia. You probably do heal 3 and either draw 1 or discard 1, I guess, because you're anticipating a bolt. I guess that's what he's going for. He wanted to heal as much as possible for a bolt, like to play around bolt, because then he'd be at 9 and then Jose wouldn't be able to bolt him. The problem is that you have to also think about just like all the other cards. You know, you're giving him an empty board. We know a Rose Deer got bounced back, so you're gonna take 3 anyway. So yeah, you skip through you live through the bolt that turn, but especially with what you had in your hand, it's not gonna change anything because you're still taking 3, and now you're staring at a board, and you have to use your resources without the board, and you're gonna get bolted anyway if he had a bolt, but he doesn't have it. But hindsight is 20/20, guys. I always say it. So now he plays the Olivia, does heal 3, discard 1. He's going to evolve the Dragon Warrior, pop the Rose Deer, and then we're gonna play a Bellringer, and that is it. So this game will be all wrapped up because we have Eat Fast, Yum Fast, searching the Silence Suzuka. And that will be a really easy evolve. So we're going to play that. Evolve, spin the Bellringer, attack with Crystalia Eve, attack with Silent Suzuka, and that will be the game. So that is it. Congratulations to Jose for winning this box tournament. That's all I got for you guys today. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.